doing, but at the same time, I understand that comes from a very holy place. And I think that God endowed us with this spark and this desire really to want to go out throughout the entire world. But the most effective way of doing it, I would still stand, firm in my conviction, is doing it through the prism of a parochial prism, doing it through traditional Jewish values and through the Jewish state, and that you'll have a much greater impact. You really want, take Darfur for example, right? As the Jewish people in America are absolutely shouting and out front, but there are people still dying in Darfur. The only way you're going to stop people dying in Darfur, for example, the only way you could save people after the tsunami, right, that devastated the Indian Ocean nations, is that if nations got involved, right? You needed someone with an aircraft carrier. Right? I assume not too many people here have aircraft carriers, right? You needed someone with an aircraft carrier to go there, and you needed the permission from the nations that were in control of that land and that population to allow you to come in order to have an impact, in order to actually save people's lives. And it didn't matter that if you were a community, and no matter how wonderful a community it was, you couldn't actually save those people's lives unless you did it through the prism of a nation. And I think it's the same thing with Darfur. Unless someone with an army or brilliance in terms of diplomatic skills goes in and stops what's taking place in Darfur, it won't end. And therefore, you need to influence the American nation, and perhaps that's what their goal is. Or if you were here, you'd be able to, because it would be consistent with Jewish values, you'd be able to have a big impact on Israeli policy vis-a-vis Darfur as well. But I understand what you're saying in terms of tikkun olam, sort of like just becoming a catchphrase. Obviously, I mean, the use in the Jewish text is not this global vision, right? But certainly it's an important concept within Judaism, but it should be rooted within, I think, the traditional Jewish values as well. Okay, I want to thank everyone once again. Very much appreciate your time coming out on Thursday nights, and we should see each other again, always in good occasions.
Amen.